Hey guys, Travis Davis here, beginner's MMA coach for Run and Training Center. Today we're going to go over a couple of different ways to avoid getting taken down from either the double leg or the single leg. The first thing we're going to go over is the sprawl. Okay, so when we do our sprawl here, Skylar's going to shoot in on me with his double leg takedown, and as soon as he makes contact with me, I'm going to bump my hips in and my feet will go out. Okay, and I'm going to put head pressure down and follow him to the ground. So when he shoots in on me, he makes that contact, I bump, and I go down. Notice how I stay off my knees when I go to the ground. I'm not dropping down to my knees like this. I'm staying up on my toes. I'm keeping hand pressure on the back of his head and his neck area, and I'm keeping my upper body weight on his back. So if he tries to drive into me while we're down here, I can still keep my hips back and my legs away so he doesn't finish a takedown on me, whether he tries to shoot out and go for a single or try to drive back in for that double leg. So in slow motion here, Skylar shoots in on that double. I hit immediately. As soon as he makes contact with me, I make contact with him with my hips. When I do that, my feet naturally go back. I'm going to look for that whizzer more than likely on the side that's closest here. So he's here. I'm going to sprawl down to the ground, keeping my legs back away from him again so he doesn't try to reshoot on me. If he still has Skylar's still having this one leg hook back here, all you got to do is create a little bit of space with that leg then. Just pushing that leg back away from his body, staying heavy on top. Okay? Skylar, why don't you do me a favor and show us a couple of solo sprawl drills that you can do on your own?
So the first basic sprawl is you can either use your left or right. You just down lock, hip down, stay on your toes, and circle back up. You do it on both sides.
Again, notice how he's dropping that hip in, hip down, and the feet go back. He's not jumping down to his knees and sprawling, all right? He's going hip, down, and then circling back up. Okay, so that's an easy solo drill to do by yourself, or if you have a partner, shoot double legs on you. Practice pushing down on that back of the head, keeping that upper body weight down, and the biggest thing, like I said, immediately is going to be that hip-to-hip contact. You want to try to break his the energy coming forward on you. You want to stop that with your hips. All right. So that's one easy way to avoid the double leg or single leg takedowns is the sprawl. So another one I want to go over is just going to be the double underhooks. So Skylar shoots in on me and I underhook. Okay. So if he's changing levels, I have to change levels too to get underneath of his arms, and this will stop the initial takedown. So if we're fighting and Skylar goes, I'm going to drop, change my levels, drop, and then break away. Lifting back up. So once he drops down, I go underhooks, and then I elevate back up. That's going to stop that initial takedown on the double leg. Okay? Obviously, I'm not a huge fan of that one just because if you do that a couple times in a row, what's going to happen is he's going to fake that thing. He's going to fake that double leg, and then once he does, you're going to start to drop your hands, and then he's going to come over top. So don't use it repetitively. You know, the sprawl is one of the best ways to avoid the takedown, but double underhooks work. And then another thing that we can do is if he shoots in on that single leg here, the double, and then we're just going to cross face and elevate. Cross face and elevate. All right? Anytime we can get those cross faces in there, cross face underneath those hooks, and if you've been to some of my classes, we've went over a couple of chokes. One choke that I like from here where you just go like this, lock it up, and he taps immediately. All right? So those are a couple ways to defend takedowns that I like to use. But mostly, sprawling is the best thing to do. All right?